Hey everybody, I'm Dave.
And I'm Megan.
And welcome to Shut Up and Love Your Neighbor. Hopefully you have a chance to follow us on the gram. It's the Dave. If you have thoughts, suggestions, or complaints about the podcast, you can hit us up at the Dave at shutupandloveyourneighbor.com. But for now, let's just get into it, right? I am joined by my buddy Megan, and I'm going to introduce her in just a second. But first, I want to give you a pretty cool update. We like to start off each podcast with an update of something really fun or cool or challenging that's happened recently. And it's very recent, like minutes ago. So yeah, we were hanging out at a brewery down the road, producer Candy and myself, and just having a good time. At almost 80 degrees here today. I'm pretty hot in this beanie and sweatshirt, if I'm being honest. And gonna have to address that going forward. Just having a good time, enjoying the weather, and got a text, pretty exciting. I said, "Oh, Candy, Megan's texting us."
Sure was.
And that text said, "I'm here at your house." And I immediately thought about whether or not today was March 9th.
It sure is.
And as it turns out, it is March 9th. And that's when we set up to do this here podcast. I mean, and here we are. We are doing the podcast. But I will say that text did come into my phone about an hour and a half ago. So that's the latest update. And no, thanks for your patience. Thanks for hanging out. So typically the Shut Up and Love Your Neighbor podcast, at least up to this point, has had, people that have known me for a while. There's some people kind of on the docket coming up that have known me for a while. And we're always talking about, how to love your neighbor, how to be a good neighbor, how to navigate through challenges and difficult things going on. So what's cool about this is we're going to get to know our neighbor in real time. So this is a great example. You might have seen a short little piece we did on Instagram a month or so back. It was on Megan. It was about the impact that she's had on producer Candy and myself. And that can happen, right? You can have people in your life that you don't necessarily know very well, but they can still have a positive impact. And similarly, we can have a positive impact on other people's lives while not necessarily having to become best friends with them, right? I mean, I shared a story on one of the last episodes about a waiter and somebody in a restaurant and an impact that we had on them, and we've not talked to them since. So this is a case of that. So we don't actually know Megan very well. So we are going to get to know you, Megan. You're going to get to know us. You've gotten to know a lot about us in the last 90 minutes. That's for sure. So let's start by saying welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to our studio.
I love it.
And I'm going to ask you to pour us a little brown water. We're digging on the Blanton's Gold. It seems like with a start like we just had,
It's a
we
good
need
choice.
to go high end. So I'm going to let you pour us just a little bit. It's almost my bedtime, so
Same.
right. Don't.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Problem.
Let me help you out.
Okay.
There we go. And then while I'm pouring that, I'm also going to let you know we like to give all our guests a little gift. And we are going to give you what we refer to as the OG
Thank you.
shirt. Okay, I'm going to leave this right behind us. Leave that back there.
Oop.
Oh, wow.
Oop, that's a big one.
I mean, that's a solid splash right there. So, hey, I'm all about it. Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
All right, let's take a sip here. Ooh, that's
delicious.
tasty.
That's
tasty.
good.
Yeah. All right, so we'll
I like it.
Sip on that as the situation warrants. So we see you about 3 times a week. Let's start with that, right? It's like FedEx, right? We do more before 7 a.m.
Yes.
than most people we know. So we do a little workout. We've been doing it for about a year and a half. Well, no, a little over a year. Already our first fact check from producer Candy in real time. A little over a year. And it has been life changing, transformative, right? That's not an overstatement. And so first I just want to start, just in general, like how long have you been a trainer?
I have been a trainer at Burn for almost 6 years,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
started about 13 years ago before
Okay.
Burn opened.
And
I
I
was
know
at
how
other
old you
gyms.
are, so that
Mhm.
was just after college, maybe
No.
ish, a little after college.
Way
That
after
one.
college.
Okay, sorry. All right, maybe I was trying to be nice.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Um, okay. And so like have you always been athletic and
Yes, I grew up playing sports.
okay.
Right out of college, I worked in retail, so I didn't necessarily have the time.
Okay.
So as soon as I got into the job that I work now during the day, I found a little bit more time and was able to get certified, and I just love it.
Okay.
I love it.
And what do you love about it?
The people.
Hello.
Hello, the people. um,
Okay.
the
It's got to be pretty
relationships with the
awesome.
people. Yep. I think that's my favorite part.
Okay. And what like does it ever occur to you? Do you ever I kind of probably know this answer, but um do you ever like pause and think about the impact that you're having on people's lives? Do you get a lot of feedback and you go home and go, oh man, I'm really impacting people?
It's funny. After you made that video, I thought about it. I don't know that I've
Okay.
thought about it that much until
Okay.
then. So, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Um because I mean I can tell you uh judging by the comments from that video, and I recognized that I think there was quite a few people
Mhm.
from Burn that
Mhm.
commented. Yeah, I recognized quite a few of them, but yeah, it's like we go through sometimes. I think it's a good illustration actually. We go through life, right, and we're trying to get
Mhm.
through the day. We're trying to get the kids to all the sports. We're
Yeah.
trying to get work done, get the groceries, get dinner, all of the things that we do. Then it's bedtime, so on and so forth. And so, um, you know, people who are impacted by you uh also might not have a chance to pause and think about that. So when that story, I think probably the same was
Mhm.
true of a lot of people that go to the gym to have a chance to pause. All right, cool. So that's you've been doing that for 6 years, and in your day job,
Mhm.
you're an HR consultant.
Right.
Okay, and you've done that for how long?
For almost 15 years, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All
It's a long
right,
time.
man. That's how long Candy and I have been married.
Oh,
Not quite, actually. Almost 14.
yeah.
But I always round up.
Yeah, you can round up.
I
And I like
do.
fives, so you might as well just like go 15, 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, when Candy turned 35, I told everybody it was her 45th
Oh
birthday. And when
no.
she turned 40, I told everybody she was 50.
Okay, that's not good.
Right?
Don't
I
round up
do
that
like to round up.
one.
So anyway, though. Okay. So you're married
I am.
and you have 3 kids. Tell
Yes.
us about that.
Oh my gosh. Well, my husband and I were high school sweethearts. That's been fun. So we've been together, I think I should know this,
I can do the math.
26 years maybe? A long time. We've been married
Wow.
almost 17.
Okay. Okay.
So
Wow.
it's been a fun journey. And we have 3 kids. They're all 2 years apart and they're all having birthdays right now. So I think I know. 8, 10, wait, 8, almost 10, 12.
8, almost 10, and 12. Okay, I mean, those are
Mm-hmm.
solid ages.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like nowadays those ages are like the busiest
It's
ages.
very busy
Yeah,
and
that's
fun.
what I'm thinking.
And
That's
it's
what I'm
also
thinking.
crazy to think that our 12-year-old, Corey and I met when we were 14, 15, that she's so close to when we met that age, which is crazy to think.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that scares you a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit.
really scary.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I know. We've heard similar types of comments and whatnot from other friends, and yeah,
Yep.
that's when you're like, oh wow. Um, so how do you manage to you work as a trainer, what, 3 to 4 days a
Mhm.
weekish,
Yes.
something like that. full-time in your other job,
Yes.
3 kids,
Hmm.
and a husband on top of all that.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So how do you feel like you balance all of that?
I think my husband Corey and I have a great relationship. We're a team, so we are able to, bounce things off of each other, help each other out when we need to, and then I'm very routine. So I think that helps
Okay.
when I can have a
So
routine.
you're structured.
I'm pretty structured.
I'm wondering, so I want to figure this out for a second.
Okay, let's do
So,
it.
um, and you'll see where I'm going.
Okay.
Uh, so when we first started the cocktail videos by accident,
Hmm.
uh, we didn't get far. Uh, and by far, I mean, I got to the second video, when I realized I didn't have all the ingredients for the cocktail I wanted to make. And so then we knew Candy needed to come and step in and do her little spreadsheet stuff and all the fancy organization stuff she does. Um, and then more recently, when I didn't realize that I was supposed to be at home to record a podcast, um, her reaction was, okay, I think I'm going to have to take that over
I think
too.
that's good.
So,
It's a good thing.
so when we're at the gym, we have a very similar vibe of bantering, a similar sense of humor, all of that. But I'm wondering if you're not some sort of a, what's the word? Not uh, cross between Candy and I, personality wise.
Yes.
Like you're organized,
Mhm.
structured, into the details, right?
Yep.
Are you into the
I'm
details?
very much into the
Okay.
details.
I was gonna say, but you're fun.
But I'm fun.
And I didn't
But
mean to
Candy's
say that
so
to
fun.
insinuate that Candy's not
Candy's
fun.
so fun.
Candy is so fun.
Especially when she picks up heavier weights
That's
than you.
right. I mean, all right. That's not part of the. We'll edit that out.
Okay.
So anyway, so let me ask you this: is there any it's any answer is okay, but I'm just curious. Like, once you had a chance to kind of pause after that video and think
Mhm.
about the impact that you have on people, were there any type of deeper reflections that you went through? Like, did you see other areas in your life where you have an impact, or other areas of your life where maybe you want to have more of an impact? Or did you think about, maybe how your kids see you in that light as well? Like, what transpired for you, when that came out?
I think it went back to, yes, I realize that I've had an impact on people, but I don't think people that are at the gym, for example,
Ah,
have had such an impact on myself.
okay.
So that's kind of where I went with that.
Okay.
Again, they're there coming in for a workout, but they don't realize too that it's getting me up. I'm motivated because of what they're coming in and doing daily, on a daily basis. So
Right.
I think it kind of reversed there.
Okay. All right. I didn't see that coming. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's
That's
good.
some good insight. Good reflection there. I like that. Um, okay. So let's talk a little bit more history.
Okay.
Okay. So you grew up where?
Well, I was born in Florida and then we moved
Okay.
to Fishersville, Virginia. It's about 2 hours from here. And that's where I spent most of my childhood. Fishersville.
I'm familiar with Fishersville, and
You are.
for people listening, you don't have to look it up. You might not find it on the map. It's pretty small, right?
It's pretty small.
It is pretty small. Yeah, I think we've driven through there. Yeah,
Off
we
the
have.
81, 64.
Yep.
Right at the cross.
Yep. And so growing up, you had siblings.
Yes.
How many siblings?
I'm the oldest of 6.
Wow, you're the oldest.
Mhm.
Look at you, big sis.
We grew out of a van. So my dad bought a hotel van,
Okay.
had it painted because it had probably like
Holiday Inn on it.
Inn.
I worked
It was
at
an
Holiday
airport.
Inn.
It was an airport van to
Yeah.
transport. So we each had our own bench. And
I used to drive.
that's
those
what I learned to
vans.
drive.
In the van.
I drove to high school with my learner's permit every
In a
day.
Holiday Inn van.
Well, it was baby blue by then.
Right, but
Yep.
still
Mhm.
underneath.
Yeah, and my dad tried to tint the
Man.
windows himself. That went not well.
I mean, but what a cool dad,
Cool dad.
right?
It was really, he's a really
Wow.
cool dad.
All right. So, okay, tell me about your siblings.
So I'm the oldest. I have another sister who's 15 months younger. The third child is my next sister, Jenny. Then I have a brother, Chris. I don't know how old he was. I don't know the age difference now. He was
Okay.
like 6. I was 6 when he was born, I think.
Okay.
And then my brother, Nick, we were 7 years apart. And then my youngest sister is 13 years younger than me.
Okay.
So there was a big gap between the first and the last.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a love story right there, if I've ever heard one, right? I mean, keep the home fires burning.
Yep.
This is a PG. Sorry. Okay. And so you've known struggle,
Mhm.
challenge, heartache,
Yes.
whatever word we wanna put on it. Tell me a little bit about that. Let's start with your brother.
Start with my brother.
Yeah.
So my brother, almost 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
was in a car accident
Mhm.
and died,
Mhm.
passed away. That was something none of us had ever experienced. He was only 26, so it literally was life, and just in a snap, a
Right.
flash, he was
Everything changed.
Mhm.
And did he live up here, or did he live in Fishersville?
He lived back
still?
home. Yep.
He did. Is everybody else still down in Fishersville?
No, nobody's down there.
Okay.
We're all spread out.
Everybody left.
We have Florida covered, Myrtle Beach, Lexington, not too far,
Okay.
Durham, and up here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
My parents are there.
How did your family navigate that tragedy?
It was pretty tough.
Yeah.
My
Did you
parents,
lean on each other a lot?
yes,
Did you?
yes,
Okay.
definitely. The community, super helpful. Friends,
Okay.
family. The church, my parents' church, super helpful. But yeah, we definitely relied on other people at that time for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we not unexpectedly per se, but have experienced loss ourselves, and I mean, people coming around you, friends, neighbors,
Mhm.
faith community, is huge.
Mhm.
So, okay, and then also your sister,
Mhm.
right? She had a
Which one?
stroke.
Oh,
Oh,
yep.
I'm
A
sorry.
couple
That's right. There's 2 sisters.
There,
You know what?
there's
And
3
okay.
sisters, but 2 of them.
I mean,
yes.
right.
Yep.
Okay. So, and here's why I just made that mistake, because only yesterday did I even learn about I didn't know about that. And here's side note. You've never told me in a conversation, I don't know if you realize this, about your brother or
Mhm.
your one sister
Mhm.
that I knew about. You make comments in passing at the
Mhm.
gym, and we kind of pay attention to what people say.
Yep.
Right? That's how we piece your story together, without actually having a whole conversation. So, okay. So let's start with not your sister that you just texted me about yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
My other sister.
Yep.
In
And I'm
Florida.
going to top off. As it turns out, you didn't give me quite enough. Go ahead.
I don't even know how many years ago that maybe 2 years ago. My sister, I had just been on spring break in Bald Head Island with her. She's 4 years younger than me.
Okay.
She was training for a Boston Marathon. She had qualified
And I'm sorry, this is how long ago, though?
2 years ago.
Okay, so recent.
2. It could be 3.
Okay.
Coming up. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
I'm terrible with time.
Yeah.
Time's going by so fast.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago, it was spring break. She met us at Bald Head Island. We spent the week with our friends on vacation. We came back up here. She drove by herself to Florida down 95. The next morning, again, she's a runner. She works out every day. She went to her gym. While she was at the gym, one of her friends next to her noticed that she was just trying to do like a jumping jack, I think, and warm up, and was actually having a stroke. So thank goodness this friend was familiar with the signs of a stroke. We're able to get her an ambulance, get her to the hospital. She's there by herself, and it was tough being, all of our families up here, but her friends that stepped in, her neighbors that stepped in, just amazing. I was able to fly down there a few days later, once she was out of the hospital, she in return ended up back in the hospital when I was there. But yeah, she thankfully, because of this, her friend of hers at the gym, she didn't have any long-term issues afterwards.
Right. Okay. So
her.
she
Yep.
quick. I don't know what I was going to say. Quick recovery. So fully recovered.
She's fully
Fully
recovered.
recovered.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Boston Marathon would not let her defer, so that was the biggest upset for her. But she's still running.
In the grand scheme,
She's still running.
you know.
And she just had a baby. I just went to visit.
I knew that.
So that was
okay.
Yeah.
So that's So that's yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when she was pregnant.
She comes.
Yeah.
She was, she was working out.
She was working out here. Yeah, I remember that. Wow. Okay. So that's really over the last 7 years. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. So, and I think, well, and before I say this, let's talk about your other sister.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me that story.
So that story, I'm the oldest. My youngest sister, who's 13 years younger than me, I was in college or just getting ready to graduate college, and she was having pain in her leg. And, she was almost 10. We just thought it was growing pains. I gave her a pair of my old shoes. She was like, oh, maybe it feels better. But my mom just knew something was off. She wasn't able to run to the bus stop and do certain things that she usually could do as a 10-year-old. So thankfully they went and got her checked out. Turns out she had a 5-pound tumor in her leg, osteosarcoma.
5 pounds
in a 10-year-old. So she was literally turning 10 the next week.
Wow.
So we went to Richmond. I must have just graduated. So I was with them. We went to Richmond, had doctor's appointments to see what the plan was. And at first the doctors were saying to amputate, which happens a lot with that type of cancer. But my dad he was going to see if there was anything else that could be done to save her leg. And it turned out she did a 15-hour surgery at Johns Hopkins where they were able to use cadaver bones, a bone from her other leg, a bone from her hip, to basically reconstruct her whole leg. So she went through that process. It was insane, the amount of just full-time help she needed. Again, neighbors coming in, the church coming in, everybody coming in to support. My parents both work full-time. At that time, I worked in retail. So I would sometimes close the store down and then drive over the mountain to UVA where she had, I think, 3 more years after that of chemo and different treatments. But she's cancer-free and just had her first baby. That's
15 years ago.
Yeah.
And
it's been 18 years.
Oh, I thought you said 2010. Okay.
No, she was 10.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Remember, I'm not good. I'm not great with time.
Well, and I'm not great with hearing. So between the two of us,
we're a great combo.
So still though, Johns Hopkins,
mm-hmm.
which we're familiar with,
mm-hmm.
A year or 3 more years after that,
she did treatments at UVA.
Do I remember she was in a wheelchair for a couple of years?
Yeah.
Or a little bit of that time?
I was getting married, so her goal was to be able to walk at my wedding,
right?
Which she did. Mm-hmm.
And now she's totally recovered.
She had a major back surgery. Again, we're not great with time. 2 or 3 years ago.
Some time ago.
3 years of chemo just tears your body apart.
Yeah.
So she's had issues from that, but she had a major back surgery where, again, she was in a physical therapy rehab center for a little while, but she's
yeah, and just had her first baby
on January 1st. Yep.
And when was the other baby born from your other sister?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be awful.
I thought
February.
Okay, so very 10? Close together.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're like a month apart, just over a month apart.
And if you got that date wrong,
sorry,
everyone
Jenny.
will know it.
She will.
Wow. Okay. And so another cool part about, and let me pause and because I'm not good with names, and I'm going to make some effort here.
And I'm not good with
So time. Your brother's name?
Nick.
Your sister had the stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is
Jenny.
Jenny. I love that you are like, you are thinking really hard. Maybe I should take yours.
It's
All right, Nick, Jenny, and
Courtney
Courtney.
was the.
Okay, I got it.
But I
And if
also had
we
a brother.
forget, Candy's got it.
I also had my other brother, Chris, was at Virginia Tech when he was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell me that
I don't.
one. You
It's
just
something in the
sprung that
water or
one on.
something. I don't know. Yes.
Oh wow!
So
And
he
how
went.
long ago was that?
I'm not going to even try to guess the
Yeah,
amount of years,
it was
but
a while
he
ago.
was in college,
Okay,
so it's been a little while.
and he's okay.
He's great. His wife is pregnant with their second.
I mean, that's a lot of victory
It is.
for one family.
Mhm.
Like for real, that's a lot of victory.
Mhm.
Okay, so Nick, Jenny, and Courtney.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Don't quiz me anymore.
That's gonna be a highlight, actually, right there. How I promote this
Perfect.
podcast. Don't quiz me. Okay. So one more thing. Can I grab this?
You sure can.
Okay. So Courtney was featured in a book, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And this book is called Who I Am: American Scar Stories.
Yes.
It's by Jenny Cutler Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know her?
So one of my clients was actually the photographer for this book, and we were just chatting one day at one of our client meetings years ago now. And somehow this came up, and he was like, "Oh wow, I'm taking pictures for this book. Your sister's story would be great." And they contacted her and my mom.
And she's the first story.
And she's the first story in there.
I mean, no other way to be but number one, right? That's what I like to say. All right, I'm going to read this. It's not very long, but I'm going to read it so we can share this story. How does that sound?
It sounds good.
You okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my narrating voice now.
No.
So don't, did you notice when I posted your video, it was like a deep,
I was like, are you going to Hollywood to be on movies?
No. Okay. One summer, not long after her operation, Courtney wore a swimsuit to a beach on Virginia's coast. Still conscious of her scars, she tried to ignore the strangers staring at her legs. Eventually, one woman walked over to ask Courtney how she got her scars. Courtney responded, "Shark bite. Watch out if you go in the water." Now 15 and confident, Courtney has blossomed since that day at the beach. She's not 15 now.
No.
Okay. I think we knew that.
Right.
All right.
We hope.
She embraces her scars and the story behind them, her journey, a remarkable one. She says, "My scars show what I've been through. My scars are a part of who I am." She exposes her scars whenever she plays basketball or dresses for a high school formal. She wears shorts through the long, humid summers in her hometown of Fishersville, a town of 9,000 people tucked in Virginia's rural farmlands close to the Blue Ridge Mountains. But her confidence and wit didn't guarantee her a spot on the high school junior varsity basketball team. The summer before freshman year, Courtney trained 6 days a week for fall tryouts. She practiced her jump shots and ball control. She relearned how to sprint. She lifted weights at the gym 4 times a week. And when she showed up for tryouts, it signified a victorious end to 4 years of physical therapy, 2 years in a wheelchair, and 1 year recovering from a broken disc in her lower back, all the result of a 10-inch tumor in her left leg. So far, your story is accurate.
Oh, okay.
During the winter of 2008, just before her 10th birthday, Courtney complained her leg hurt. Having raised 5 other children, her mom, Jane, chalked up Courtney's pain to run-of-the-mill childhood mishaps until she watched her daughter half run, half limp across their yard to catch the school bus. Jane called the pediatrician, who suggested Jane take Courtney to see her husband, an orthopedic surgeon. After x-raying Courtney's leg, the doctor returned to the examination room with tears in his eyes. Within a week, a biopsy confirmed their worst fears. Courtney began chemotherapy at University of Virginia Hospital. After 3 months of treatments, Courtney and her parents agonized over the next step, amputation. Jane says, "When Courtney was sick, we kept her involved in every decision. So together, they decided to heed the advice of the only surgeon at Johns Hopkins University who encouraged her to skip amputation and undergo surgery. The surgeon removed the tumor, muscle tissue, nerves, and skin from her right leg and upper left thigh, guaranteeing an arduous and long recovery, but Courtney kept her leg. The surgery proved to be the first step in a 4-year marathon of recovery, but the people of Fishersville wove a web of support around them. Courtney still appreciates what her neighbors, teachers, and friends did. Let me say that sentence again. Courtney still appreciates what her neighbors, teachers, and friends did for her during the first year of recovery. She says, everyone came forward, no one backed off. For the first year, neighbors delivered 3 meals a week to the house, helping alleviate the stress, expense, and management of preparing dinners for the family of 8. Jane returned to night shifts at the hospital. Her husband went back to his day job, and friends scheduled morning visits to ensure Courtney ate a good breakfast and stayed off her recovering leg. 2 daily, hour-long dressing changes on Courtney's incisions continued for months, and people from their church laundered the dirty bandages. Each day, the handicapped bus pulled into the driveway to pick up Courtney for school, and the community continued to donate gift cards, toys, and meals to the Ott family. That's your maiden name.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Pretty quick. Illuminating a generous community, protecting one of its flock. In Fishersville, Courtney is not just the girl who beat cancer. She raced her way to the title of 2010 Superstock Soapbox Derby winner for the Blue Ridge region, competing against kids from across America at nationals in Akron, Ohio. She's the voice behind public service announcements. I want to hear more about that. She's a family girl. She's the sibling who labored at physical therapy 3 times a week until she could walk down the aisle as a bridesmaid at her big sister's wedding. Oh, that's what you just mentioned.
That was me.
She's the young woman so inspired by the pediatric nurses, spending time with them whenever she visits the hospital for follow-up scans. She wants to become a pediatric nurse after college, and not least of all because of her never-give-up attitude. Courtney is now a starter on her high school junior varsity basketball team. What a great story.
Pretty incredible, right?
That is pretty incredible. There was... Dang, I wish I wouldn't close that. So, I mean, scenarios like that, when I read the part about the neighbors and the friends and the church and so on and so forth, leaning in, basically, is how I would describe that. I have a story, and I won't share it now. It'll be on the next episode, actually. But of someone who came in my life that I describe to people when I tell the story, because it was a very dark period for me. All he did was get down in the mud and help me until I was ready to get back up. And that's kind of what that reminds me of people coming around and just doing what needs to be done, serving, loving, all of that. So, yeah. So what a great story. Thanks for bringing that.
Yeah. I hadn't pulled that out in years.
And what made you think to pull it out?
Because I remember my parents having to go back to work, and literally I would come home from work and there would be 5 different people in my house helping, whether it was,
so you were thinking, it reminded you thinking about people doing good and helping. It's, oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. There's no way they could have done that, we couldn't have gotten through that without
people. Yeah, absolutely. And I think there are so many stories like that, and there are so many people out there that don't have that. That's like one of the big motivators for me is I think about, and we're not going to make this about my life story, but I've shared bits and pieces, so on and so forth, right? If I gave you the crash course, since you don't know everything about me, in my life story, I would tell you I was sexually abused as a child. I dropped out of high school. I did drugs. I joined the military. My parents divorced. I went through a bankruptcy. I've had cars repossessed. I've been in addiction recovery, and then I met Candy. So that's literally the story. I'm not kidding you. Yeah. So, my point with that, I was like, why did I just share all that? My point with that is that at so many points along the way, um, looking back now, like if I come in contact with, and I have, and I do, um, other men that are like 30 years old, I very much kind of inject myself into their life with unsolicited advice or, encouragement or whatever it might be, because I'm always thinking about, wow, if I had somebody in their 50s pouring into me at that age, how different it would have been. If I had somebody mentoring me, if I had somebody coming alongside of me during the difficult times and so on and so forth. And I never did, even when I asked for it, didn't get it. And so that is, I think, it's not the only, but it is one of the main fuel sources for kind of how we live and why we live that way.
Yep.
So let's talk about something fun.
Okay.
How about that?
That sounds good.
All right. So what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
You work out?
I love to work out. Don't let me miss a day or I'm going to be angry.
What about vacation? Are you saying we're keeping you here too late?
No.
Oh, you're not going to miss tomorrow because you don't work tomorrow.
No.
Oh, man.
I'm not working
out.
You
get to sleep until 6 a.m., you said.
6 a.m.
Goodness
I sure do.
Gracious, what a luxury. Yeah, so what do you do for fun? So, like, with the kids, you guys like to go on trips?
Yes.
Do you have date nights with your husband? Are you able to work that in every now and then?
Yes.
Do you have people that can watch the kids?
Our daughter's
Neighbors?
almost old enough.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much,
Okay, but
yes.
almost. So
Yes.
what have you done up until now?
We have a great neighbor, but she's in college right now.
Okay.
But
so you got
we have
somebody
great
that
neighbors to
helps.
help babysit.
Okay.
What do we do?
Sweet.
Oh, we love to go travel, take the kids places. We leave them sometimes, but most of the time we take them with us.
You take them with you. Okay. And they play sports.
Lots of sports.
Big into family. Okay. What I'm going to give you a chance to ask me some questions.
Okay.
So what would this was a get to know you, and I just asked you a bunch of personal questions. This is your chance.
Okay. Well, I know the answer to one of my questions.
Then why would you ask it?
Well, I'm not now.
Oh.
Like, what do you do for fun on a Monday night?
Oh, well,
Tuesday
this
night,
is it
Wednesday
right
night,
here.
a weeknight. What are we doing for fun? We go to.
Well, we go to a brewery. Monday nights are Monday nights are pretty predictable for us.
Okay.
Because we struggle with the adjustment of going from the weekend back into the work week.
Okay.
And so by the time we make it through the first work day, like I had food that I was going to cook tonight.
No,
and
absolutely not.
As soon as the end of the day came, I went into Candy and I said, so what do you say we go to a brewery and just get out of here? And she didn't argue.
Perfect.
And she didn't ask me, are you sure you don't have anything on your schedule tonight? She didn't check anything. Right? There was nothing on the calendar because Dave didn't put this on the calendar. Yeah, so we like to do that. We too like to travel. We like to spend time with friends. We're pretty involved. Well, we're reasonably involved in church. We teach some different things there. Like to sip bourbon. Like to make cocktails on Friday nights and post it on Instagram. What else do we do? We hike. We like the outdoors. I like to off-road. How many more things would you like? We like the beach.
Oh,
right.
I
We
love
do
the
all
beach.
those things.
Where's your favorite place the two of you have ever gone?
Oh, that's a great question, and it's an easy answer. We just talked about this the other day.
So Candy has the same answer?
She would.
Okay.
If she had a microphone. Which
Okay.
we're still working on.
We should work on that. Well,
everybody wants her to be on the mic. So 2 years ago now. It was 2 years ago, unfortunately. I wish it was like coming up and not in the past. But we took a like 10 or 12-day trip to Moab and Colorado. And the first couple nights we stayed in a glamp. What'd you call it? Glamping.
Glamping?
It was a tent, but it was a pretty large, sturdy tent built on a platform. But we were about 5 miles off of any road that people would drive on.
That's
5
cool.
miles.
That's-
We were very, very far out there in the middle of nowhere. With the big cliffs all around
Oh,
us
that's so
and
cool.
everything. When we went to sleep, and it was a very comfortable
Okay.
mattress, and it was chilly. It was chilly at night, and so when we went to sleep,
Uh-oh.
and we were laying next to each other, I opened my eyes and I could not see her.
No. Why?
It was that dark.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was that dark. She disappeared.
I thought
No,
she like
she
jumped out.
left. No, it was that dark.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was the darkest of dark, like
That's
no
cool.
light from anything. And then when we woke up, we were going to see the sunrise at Arches National Park, and we'd never seen so many stars in the sky.
Oh.
Like, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we went there. Then after a couple nights there, we drove to Colorado, a little place called Dunton Hot Springs. Used to be a mining town way back in the day. A family bought it, turned it into an all-inclusive hot springs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and there's only like 10 cabins, and when we went there wasn't that many people there. So the 3 different hot springs, 2 of them are outdoors, so there was snow all around us, and you could get in the hot springs, or you could go inside of this, like, I don't know, structure that the other hot springs was in, and there was a steam shower in there and a fireplace. Like, it was just unbelievable. And then
Oh no.
we drove from that place. There's no TVs there, by the way.
I like
no
it.
real cell reception. Like, it
I
just
like
was
it.
so amazing. There was like 4 feet of snow on the ground, or 3 feet of snow. It was just phenomenal. And we drove from there to the other side of that mountain. It's Telluride. And we hung out there for a couple nights, and we went snowmobiling at 11,000 feet
Oh my
on
gosh.
fresh white powder.
Wow.
So it was just, I'll have to show you some pictures.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was unbelievable.
Nice.
Unbelievable. So
I
that's
like
the
it.
best vacation we've ever been on.
Now you have to do it again.
People asked us when we showed them pictures when we got back, like, oh my gosh, you guys going to go back? And both of us are on the same page from the beginning. We're like, no, because
You want it to be that memory?
if we try to go recreate that, we will be so disappointed, right? I mean, because at the hot springs,
so cool.
at the hot springs, one of the mornings, late morning, whatever it was, we went, and they gave us, like, it was make your own adult hot chocolate or coffee or whatever. So we made hot chocolate with all kinds of different spirits in it. And we got on a horse-drawn sleigh.
Oh my gosh.
With 2 real cowboys. And took us through the forest in the snow. It was, yeah. I mean, it was like you were in a movie. I'm not kidding you.
Cool.
It was like you were in a movie. So it was pretty awesome. So I don't think we'll do it again. We'll look for something comparable, but yeah, that was the best one.
That sounds fun.
You get one more question, and then I have one question for you.
One more question. Well, how did you and Candy meet?
Oh boy.
Is that a good story?
That is a good story, but it's not a short one. I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes, and then we'll make a point on a future podcast to give the whole thing. That would be a great debut for Candy. To come on and tell that story.
I can step in as the producer that night.
Okay. That sounds fair. So long story short, we met a friend of ours. We didn't know each other at the time, but a mutual friend of ours was teaching a co-ed Bible study with only women. So it wasn't really co-ed, but he asked, the ladies asked, where are all the single men? So our buddy Shannon, he did the best that he could do, and he got 3 men, but they weren't single.
Oh no!
So we showed up for a few weeks, and then I didn't show up anymore. So that's when we first actually met.
Okay.
Then we got connected. I'm getting yawn. It's late.
Is it past our bedtime?
It is. What was I saying? We got connected on Facebook.
After you initially
right?
met her.
A year
Okay.
later.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And I was actually at a restaurant near her house with a mutual friend. And this is when the check-in feature on Facebook first came out.
There's a check-in
where you
feature?
can check in at your location.
Oh, I remember that. That's how
Yeah.
people
See,
find you
that's
and like
that's come and gone
yeah,
now.
that's
So that's not even a thing anymore. But when it was new, it was like,
I
whoa.
remember
So
now.
I did it for the very first time at this
Uh-oh.
restaurant.
And she saw you?
And she saw it and she commented and she said, hey guys, that's right around the corner from my house. Next time, let me know, so on and so forth. So when she commented on that post, what do you think went through my mind, Megan?
I don't know.
She's into me.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is checking your check-ins.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a new thing. That's a new thing. So anyway, we started hanging out. It was about 2 to 3 months, something. We're a little foggy on this. And I was telling everybody that I work with, that I was dating this hot chick and life was good. She wasn't telling anybody.
No, she wasn't.
Because as far as she knew, she wasn't dating anymore.
No.
We were just hanging out as friends.
Uh-huh.
So there was some confusion at first, but I got Candy up to speed eventually. And I will just say, she said, you wore me down.
Oh, no.
Eventually, friends came into town, and we were all at a bar in D.C., and under the influence of a couple of cocktails, she confessed to our other friend. He's kind of growing on me.
I think she was madly in love.
Like a wart.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, from that point, then we really started dating, and like 8 or 9 months later, we were married.
That's a good
Yeah,
story.
right?
I like it.
So here's my last question for you.
All right.
What does shut up and love your neighbor mean to you?
Shut up and love your neighbor. I think
I'm gonna finish my drink for
finish
you.
your drink. To me, it means showing up. It means showing up without necessarily being asked or wanting anything in return. And I've seen that throughout my life from a young age, and continue that now. Trying to pass that on to my kids too, that we can do things for neighbors, for friends, for family. And we don't need to expect anything back from that. It might be down the line that maybe you need something, and a neighbor steps in to help you at that point. So I think that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to ask specifically about the shut up part, but
Well, we don't say shut up in our house.
right.
So when I was telling my kids that
just love your
today,
neighbor.
my daughter said, "Mom, that's a bad word."
It
So
is.
we just said, "Be quiet."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we do have on the storefront, we do have the shirt for people in those scenarios.
That don't say shut up?
It says
Oh, I didn't
it
see
just
that.
says talk less, love more.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
let
what
my
it
kids
says.
wear that
It's
one to school.
PG-13. Cool. Well, this was fun.
This was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun. It's interesting to me. I would point out, I don't know what your position is on immigration. I don't know what your position is on global warming, or who you voted for. And yet, look at the connections.
Lots of connections.
You know what I mean? Those are things that divide people, and that's one of the things we don't understand really. So we're hoping that more people just forget about that kind of
Put
stuff.
your energy into the things that really matter.
Exactly.
Right
Exactly. So cool. All right. Well, next time you come, you'll have to bring your husband.
now.
And
I think he would love this. And I'm going to be producer Candy.
He'd be into it.
when
And
she's on.
we'll put Candy over here
Yep.
at some point. But in the meantime, we like to tell everybody when we leave what they need to do, right? Shut up and love your neighbor. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.